Hey everybody, it's Lori. I am here because I wanted to show you another Harry Potter journal that I just finished up using my digital paper pack Enchanted, which is Harry Potter inspired. This journal is a little bit different than the other one because this one I actually did sew the signatures in instead of binding it with twine. It's pretty good size. The sheets of paper I did full size in the 8.5 by 11, and the cover's just slightly larger than that. The spine I think is 2 inches. Let's see. Oops. Yep, couple inches. Let's see, 5 signatures if I didn't say that already. Closure is just a little buckle here that I have. I cut a strip of leather into about 1/2 inch, and then just kind of glued it around one end around the buckle, and then poked some holes in it with a piercer. This is actually a jewelry one, I think. This is the one I usually use for my bookbinding stuff. Okay, and let's just go ahead and take a look. I also have excuse me, some tapestry fabric that I had a big scrap of on the spine here, and then just a little bit of ribbon along the edge just to kind of give it a more finished look. The paper on the front and the back covers is just craft cardstock, and I did the leather technique that I usually do, which is mixing glycerin and water together and spray it on the piece of paper. And then I used Tim Holtz Distress Stain, either the spray or the, just actually the stain dauber. I'll show you what I'm talking about. Just depends on which color I want to use. I either usually use the Distress sprays, excuse me, or these. And then I crinkle it up and give it kind of a crumpled look, and then by the time it dries, it has kind of a look and feel of real leather. As you can see, I tore into a section of paper here, and then I glued down part of one of the printable pages underneath it. And I have a Tim Holtz book plate here, and then I just typed up the word Enchanted and stuck it in there and covered it with some glossy accents. I didn't use the brads to hold it in place. I just glued it into place, and then I just put a couple of dots of glitter glue there just to fill up the holes where the brads would have gone. Oh, and then some metal corner pieces too on the front and the back. And then, as you can see, I just went around the edges with some Inca Gold. And I'll go ahead and go inside here. It's got some tuck spots and some tags in there. A little bit of ribbon used for some pockets. And I bought an old, excuse me, I used a paperback Harry Potter book at the thrift store. And then I just ripped up some of the pages and then Mod Podged them onto the tags just because I thought it was kind of fun to have actual pieces of the books in there. And I did a couple pieces like this too, where I just, for example, put the opening page in the book here on the inside cover. A couple of different ribbons. I'm sorry, I keep clearing my throat. My allergies are kind of crazy, which is strange since it's January here, and it's really cold. The book is really good and grunged up. Very heavily coffee dyed, so some of the pages are pretty crispy. Just an index card that's coffee dyed. And then I also sprayed the colored cardstock pages with some homemade glimmer mists that I made up. And usually one of the things that I do when I make my homemade glimmer mists is I use liquid watercolors, and then I mix them a little bit with water, and then I usually put some Perfect Pearls or some kind of Let's see. I'll show you here. I can find it. I have a bunch of different colors of Perfect Pearls. And then I also have some of the Prima mica powder. So I just use a little bit of that in there. And then I usually, whoa, I'm knocking the tripod there. I usually put a little bit of glue in the bottle too and shake it up just so the mica powder will stick a little bit better. I really have trouble paying the prices that places want to charge for their Glimmer Mist, because it doesn't last very long, it goes fast, and they kind of charge a fortune for it, in my opinion anyway. Just have some pieces of paper that are from just a composition notebook, and some of the pages I ripped to make it look kind of old and weathered. Some of the pages ripped all on their own. A little bit of washi tape throughout. Here's another piece from the book. This book ended up being chunkier than I had wanted to. I think part of the reason is because the photo paper that I printed on is a little bit thicker, and then I also stuck the sheets of the heavy-duty cardstock in there, and that's pretty thick too, so it's really bulking it up. I think I'm going to break down and order some of the double-sided photo paper from Red River. I know that they do have great quality paper, and I was ordering the double-sided presentation paper that's made by Epson, which is great quality too. And I was ordering it from Walmart, and they'll ship it to the store for free, because it ended up being cheaper for me than it would be if I ordered from Red River with the shipping. But they raised their prices on the Epson paper. So it would end up actually being more for me than if I had just ordered a package of 100 sheets from Red River. And it's a little bit thinner paper, so it won't bulk up the book quite as much. So I think I am going to go ahead and do that and give that a whirl. I did buy some different photo paper that wasn't quite as expensive, but unfortunately I think it's a little bit too thick for my printer, because it won't actually grab it and feed it through the printer. So that plan is out. Oh, and this here is not glimmer spray. It's just a silvery acrylic paint that I just took a sponge and kind of sponged on there. And that's it, you guys. So thanks so much for taking the time to watch. If you have any questions, let me know. I'll catch you later.